Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and I really should just change my whole YouTube. I was thinking about it today to say sharing the world's secrets. You know, if you listen to my videos, that you know that everyone has been misled and misguided on life, and that's why everybody has so many issues and problems. And so what I try to do is share one thought that could help you change your life. So today my topic is release expectations. That is a big one. Just about everybody on this planet has expectations. And I really don't know where that stems from, but somehow we were all taught that we need to expect certain behaviors, or else, like they say, off with your head. But really, that's so wrong. It is so wrong. Because when you have expectations, I don't think you realize that it's a control issue. So really, you need to release expectations and control. It's so hard for you to not be in control because you feel off balance, off kilter, like you have to be in charge. And that is so not true. Because if you release control and release expectations, then your guides and the universe delivers you everything you need magically. So it is a hindrance to have expectations. Now, I'll give you some examples. There was a time I used to obviously have expectations, and they were usually for dating purposes. So many people have expectations on dating, and that is one of the main places you need to get rid of it, like ASAP. So we in truth are just love. We in truth are just energy, and we're here to learn about love, loving everybody and loving ourselves, and putting ourselves first. So when you decide you want to text somebody, it doesn't even have to be a date. It could be your girlfriend. It could be anybody. Then, you know, you have an expectation of what that person's supposed to do. And if they don't do it, then you get upset and then you become judgmental. You see, so really all three are tied together. Expectations, judgmental, and control. All three of those have to go. You allow things to come into your life by trusting in a higher power, because there is no power here on the planet. So you ask for what you want, you let it go, you trust it'll come, and then when the time is right, it'll show up. And you don't think about it. Control. You want to control how the world is run. You want to control your life. You want to control other people. And to be honest with you, other people who are extremely controlling and who try to tell you how to live your life are not in control of their own life. And if you're not in control of your own life, then you need you feel the need to control other people. And control doesn't get you anywhere either, because then you don't allow your spirit guides, your higher self, or whoever you follow, God, whatever, to give to you. Because the universe is always here to give to you. But you have to allow it. And by allowing it, you've got to release all control. Release ego, control, judgments, and expectations. Well, I was just going to talk about expectations, and they're all coming together. So all of them all come together. Ego's not your friend. Judging, I don't even, the only thing I can think of is the whole idea of judgment came because another fear-based thought that was pounded into your heads through religious practices that God judges you and sends you to purgatory or sends you to hell if you are not a good little girl or a good little boy, that's a sad thing. That whole concept has screwed so many people's lives up. So we are really, in truth, just our own soul who came here to learn, to grow, and to not look outside of ourselves, not to look for expectations from other people, not to look for love from other people, because nobody can give you that. Only you can do this for yourself. So if you feel in your heart that you want to say hello to somebody through a text, then do it. But don't expect an answer. And then if you don't get the answer that you want, or in the time frame that you think is the right time to do it, then you decide you don't want to see that person anymore. You don't want to be with that person anymore. That person isn't good enough. And then down goes the judgment train. That's also wrong. And you know, I even hate to bring this up, but there was another situation where I had a so-called friend who I already knew she had a lot of personal issues. But in any case, she loved me. I was the best thing that came into her life. And she just went on and on and on about all this stuff. And then she needed me to do something for her, and I wasn't available. So she writes to everybody that only people who are available for you are your friends, and other people are not your friends. So now, all of a sudden, I'm an evil person who she will never talk to again. She absolutely hates me because she has this expectation, God only knows why, and I didn't bow down or get rid of my appointment for her. So now I'm doomed by her. You know, and obviously she does not do this just to me. She's done this to everybody. And the true reason why she was so upset about it to begin with is she's judging herself, because everything comes right back to you. So did it hurt me? No, it doesn't hurt me at all, because I don't live in the world of judgment, fear, stress, lies, deceit, judgments, expectations, you know, all control. All that stuff doesn't do you any good. This is all about you healing yourself and loving yourself. And if you want to be happy, you have no expectations. Now, I even used to take expectations down to the weekend. Like, I would sit back and plan what I was going to do all weekend, like next weekend. And then so many ideas would come in my head, I would know which one that I would have the most fun at. And if I picked one and I didn't have fun because I had an expectation, then I would become depressed. And this isn't even over another person. This is just over myself, an expectation for myself, which you don't need to have those either. So expectations don't do anything for you but hurt you. So you have to release it. And what happens is that you're always given a chance to change who you are. You're always given a chance to listen to your guidance and follow it. And when you don't, over and over and over and over and over again, then when things are yanked out of your life, because they will be eventually, then it's more like you suffer for it. You create anxiety for yourself or depression for yourself. So it's always about you. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to be able to draw things to yourself, have loving friends, have like-minded people around you, and people who are not judgmental or controlling or egotistical? If that's what you want, then you need to change. You need to change how you think, what you do, what you believe, because everybody is just mirror reflecting you. And when people challenge you, they're just showing you the shadow side of yourself. Now, the shadow side of yourself is the side of yourself that you're not aware of. So what you dislike the most about somebody else is what you do yourself, and you don't even realize it. So you need to take the time to look at yourself, change your habits, change the things that were programmed in your mind, and work at this every day, because it's a habit that you have, and it's a habit you need to release. And some habits you can release really quickly, and some you don't even want to take the time to do it. It's like it's just too much work. And are you not important? You don't love yourself if it's too much work. Because this is the keys that I give you every week to unlock happiness in your life. And they're just simple things that we all do or we all have done that create misery in our life. Like this girl, to be so angry and so upset with such a high expectation. Nobody can live up to your expectations. And if you have an expectation that someone doesn't live up to, does it make them bad or wrong? No, it's not their problem. It's your problem. That's why it's easy to release these things, because it isn't anything that I did. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do a thing. So why would I be upset? It's just a blessing to have a person like that exit out of my life. Because those people I don't want to be around. They're energy suckers. Energy drainers. That's what it is. When you become so full of expectations, you become an energy drainer to the other person. Now, as far as control issues, and there were times I used to do this myself, and I didn't even know it was about control until someone else pointed it out to me, and now I'm pointing it out to you. Isn't that great? But I used to meet some new guy, send him a text, and then expect an answer right away. And I'd wait and wait and wait and wait, and I'd think, well, I'm just not that important to him if he's not going to answer me right away. That's stupid. And then have that expectation, and then having this whole scenario go on in my head. Well, if he doesn't text me right away, then he's not right for me. And all of these judgments came out of my mouth, in my head. This is why I know that I did it too. I'm not perfect. I had to learn everything that I'm teaching you. So it's a control thing. I'm not really sending him a text because I want to. I want to see how much he likes me, how much he cares about me. It's a control issue, is what it is. So we do control things in all different ways. And that's one way that you try to control other people and then judge them accordingly. So you wake up in the morning, you say positive affirmations to yourself about yourself, loving things about yourself, and sometimes you might have to repeat it. You repeat it over and over and over again until you feel it. Because everything has to be a feeling, not a word that goes in one ear and out the other. It doesn't stick. It doesn't change you. You can listen to all my videos. You could read all my poetry. And if you don't sink that information in, analyze it and study it and practice it, you just go back to being who you always were. Everything's about feeling. It's not about your mind. It's about your heart. Your heart is full of love. A lot of you have blocked your hearts because of expectations, because of control, because of judgment, because of fear. You need to release all of that. Don't get into a relationship and expect that person to make you happy. That's another major issue that people have. They expect you, others, to make you happy. Nobody can do that for you. Not one person on this planet. No one. Only you make yourself happy. Everything comes from within and goes out. And we've all been raised and made to believe that everything's outside of yourself. Now remember a few videos back, if you listen to all my videos, this was all a plan to control you. And the more you stay in this realm of thought, the more power you give this energy of control. So it's your responsibility to love yourself, to take care of yourself, to know that you are capable and able to do anything, to follow your intuition and your guidance, and to trust yourself. It's not about trusting other people. It's about trusting yourself. How does it feel to talk to this person? How does it feel to do X, Y, Z? And if it doesn't feel right, you don't do it because you trust yourself. When you trust yourself, you don't run into people you can't trust, because people who lie to you are people who are showing you that you just lie to yourself. You see, it all comes back to you. Everything comes back to you. So, my message today is to release all expectations, to learn how to enjoy and live in the present moment, because time doesn't exist. There's only the present time right now. What happened an hour ago is never going to happen again, It's an illusion. It's not even real. And your future, you create it right now. So if you want a great future, you be great now. You say loving things now, and then you bring it to you in your future. That's how that works. So you don't worry about your future. You live in the present moment. You do things from your heart with no expectations. And you just release control. And for the men, big time, release that ego. I feel sorry for you guys, because you've been raised so wrong, so third dimensional, that you have to be in charge and be in control and you can't cry and all this kind of stuff. And you know, with the world changing, you need to change right along with it. And I know it's hard for you, but you have to work on it. You know, it's not about all those things. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a relationship video next week. And if that is something that would interest you, you're welcome to leave me messages below this video. And I also hope you always like my video if you like it, and you share it to people who need to hear my message, or that you feel that are open to receiving my message. So you can't make those decisions for other people. We can never make decisions for other people. We need to make decisions only for ourselves. We need to love ourselves, respect ourselves, and release all expectations of any kind, any kind whatsoever, to anything to do with travel, with people, with the world, with your friends, with your neighbors, with your lovers, with new boyfriends, with men, with women. Zero expectations. Okay. You all have a blessed day, and thanks for watching.